All right. We are back.
Back.
Back in the building.
Oh,
You already know. See, I
back
like
like
that one
Vibes
there.
Cartel.
Master P and that, yeah. Back.
Oh,
Back in the building.
see me.
People, I go by the name of Zoosh, aka Guyver.
And I go by the name of Drizzy Freckles, aka the Golden Child. Gotta
You
stay
already
warm,
know.
man. Temperatures are getting
You
kind of
already
tricky
know.
still.
And this is a Watch It or Not.
TV.
Yes, we are here, man. We are here. Welcome back to yet another episode. As we said, we're keeping it consistent. So make
Yeah.
sure you like, comment, subscribe, press the notification bell so you know when we drop
Yeah.
this, you don't miss it. Because you don't want to miss it. You
You
don't want
don't
to
want
be
to
like,
miss it.
oh, how did I miss that review on such and such? And yeah, you just don't want to miss it. So make sure you press that notification bell and do all the good things, yeah? All right,
Exactly.
all right.
All
Um,
right.
Man like Golden, you
Yo,
out.
yo.
How's it been, man? How you been?
It's
How's life?
it's been all right. There's certain things I could speak on, but everything's time sensitive, so I don't want to say it now. Then it's like out of date and all that stuff. Do you know what I mean? But things have been happening.
Yeah, yeah.
One thing in particular that will obviously, which this show's based on today, but we'll announce that later on. But yeah, man, things have been good, my brother. Things have been good. We're getting into that season now where you are being very particular and just
Yeah.
stacking up on stuff to watch for when
Well,
everything
it's
just
hoodie
goes.
season now. It's
Yeah,
hoodie
yeah,
season.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you gotta get
yeah.
your hoods out. Pull out the blankets,
You know what I'm
um,
saying?
the big
Netflix and chill
fluffy
season.
cushions, and this is where Netflix and chill lives. This is Netflix. How come no one will never say that? This is Netflix and chill season. Like this is where it lives.
And we're coining that right now. We're gonna
Yeah,
start putting that in all our
yeah.
hashtags where we load shit.
All right.
Hashtag Netflix and chill season.
Yeah. This is the season for
But we're
all
gonna
of that.
spell season SZN so we can own it. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay,
Hopefully,
yeah, yeah.
scissor
I see what
season
you
will
did
step
there. I
up.
see that. I see that. But yeah, people, man, get your hoodies, get your blankets, because it's that time. Stack up the films.
Mm.
There's a lot of things coming out. There's a lot of things out. There's a lot of shows out.
Yep.
There's a lot to keep you entertained. A lot to
There
keep you
is. There
entertained.
is.
I mean,
But
and real life. Real life is just a reality show within itself. Um, you hear me? Like, real life is
you ain't
just.
never lie, sir. You
Like,
ain't
I'm not
never
gonna
lie.
lie. I was thinking, yeah, between like the new Diddy doc, well, not the doc, like just that whole tobacco that's gonna take place,
Yeah,
whether they show that on TV, but obviously because of YouTube and social media, we're gonna be super up to date with
yeah, yeah,
whatever's
yeah,
going
for
on.
sure, for
So
sure.
between that and obviously the start of a new run, yeah, overseas, yeah. It's
Yo,
gonna be a very interesting start to 2025.
2025, man, and we're
Telling
not
you.
even talking about
I'm
the
telling you.
the onslaught. Listen, I'm gonna do a video about it. Okay, spoiler alert. I'm gonna do a video about the superhero genre wrap
Yeah.
up for 2024. We're not looking to rush through 2024. We're not
Nah, 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 nah. We still got
slow
some
down.
time left
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
clock
yeah, yeah.
over here, so we don't wanna rush through that. We don't wanna
Nah,
rush through that.
nah, nah.
So in saying that, let's get straight to some news.
Let's do it.
So I was reading the other day. I think it was on Variety.
Hmm.
Quentin Tarantino was on a podcast,
Right.
and he mentioned his dislike for remakes.
Okay.
Um, Dune in particular.
Hmm.
He said he's not watching that. He don't need to watch it. He's seen the
Okay.
story,
Right.
and I guess he went on to elaborate just other remakes and the retelling of the same story from said books as opposed to using other stories. So I guess I'm just here to ask you, what is your take on remakes? Where do you stand with remakes?
You know what? Yeah, I think remakes do serve a purpose.
What purpose
Especially
is that, may I ask?
well, remakes a remake done well serves a purpose of that it can give the original source a new wind of life. Like for example, Damn, I can't say Dune because I remember the first one vividly, and it's not really a much beloved. People would say they love it because it's like a cult, one of them cult little
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
But the new versions of Dune are head and shoulders above that one. But you know, like okay, here we go. Well, it's not a remake; it's a continuation. But like Beverly Hills Cop 4, for an example, was a good time. And
yeah,
if you enjoyed it, you'll be like, well, if this is number 4, I want to go back and see where it all started, number 1. And next thing you know, you're like, well, damn, number 1 is dope. Like,
yeah,
you see what I'm
yeah,
saying? For that purpose, it can bring a new audience to an original or a previous IP. But then there are Hollywood has got a abysmal record of trying to do remakes of certain things, and it just fumbles. But some people have the mind capacity of a cat to be like, "Oh, you're doing this new one. It's gonna, oh my gosh, you can't do that." It doesn't take away from the original because if the remake is crap, you just go back and watch the original. It doesn't erase it
yeah.
from
But for
history.
those who don't know the original and now their introduction is this,
Right?
it's a bit
See?
like, well, and then it has that whole premise of, yeah, but that story's rubbish, and it's like, well, no, you just haven't seen this version. So
Right.
I
So it's catch
understand,
twenty two.
and then the lack of originality, the lack of
Yeah,
originality can be very
it's,
annoying.
yeah, but the thing is, though, it's a quantifiable fact that right now more original movies are being made than ever before in Hollywood.
Yeah, but why? Is that because late? Is that laziness? Is that just sheer laziness?
No, I think
And
what I
then
think
if it's
more.
not sheer laziness, you know why I don't like to say it's laziness? Because then that would imply that there's no one out there in Hollywood that has an original script and no one's really trying to push this story. So I can understand. I don't know this, but
Yeah,
I can understand if it's a case of, yeah, but they're not greenlighting these stories. They feel like these stories won't work and they want to push the remakes because they know what works. So I
yeah,
can understand that. I don't want to say there ain't no original stories. So
mm,
it's not laziness in terms of necessarily. Well, I say that there's still writers that's writing these remakes. There's still
yeah, yeah,
producers
yeah.
that want
I
to put
think
these
you know what it
remakes
is. I think it's a catch 22. It's a balancing act. Now, people can and Tarantino's one of them. People can shit on the MCU as much as they want, but the juggernaut that the MCU is, being the most successful franchise in history, has allowed other films to be made because their studios are like, look, if we can, especially Disney, we
in.
keep knocking these at the park, we can greenlight a lot of original IP stuff, and if they don't work, it's fine because we've got another Avengers movie coming out in 6 months' time that's just gonna make 2 billion, and it's just, do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah,
a lot of original stuff is being made. It's just that either it's due to the marketing of the movie, or it has a limited run in the cinema, or they're just dumping it on streaming platforms. Like a lot of original content is just getting dumped
yeah.
uh
Not
on
really
streaming
getting that.
platforms.
Not
Yeah,
really getting that push it deserves at some time. Um, quickly before we move on to the next one.
mm,
R.I.P. to Quincy Jones.
yep,
He passed away.
mm-hmm,
Rest in peace to the legend
yep,
that is Quincy Jones.
mm-hmm.
He done a lot,
He
meant a
done a
lot for
lot.
good
Hey,
stuff.
without Quincy, we don't get no
Yeah.
Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We don't get a lot.
And
We don't
who
get.
knows? If that doesn't happen, we don't get Will Box Office Smith as an actor. So,
I
you know what
didn't
I
think
mean?
about it like that. Didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, man. So
Didn't
shout to
think
him.
about it like
And
that.
his daughter acts as well. You've seen his daughter in a couple of things. Probably don't know that's his daughter, but Rashida Jones, she's been in quite a few
Yeah, she's done a
things.
few. She's been in a few.
And yeah, man. But obviously musically, this guy,
Yeah,
he might be a 101.
he's one of
Like,
them. Yeah, he's one of them. He's
yeah,
one
yeah,
of them.
yeah. Do you know what I
He's
mean?
one of them.
So, but thankfully, his work is far gonna
Will live on.
outlive all
It
of
will live
us.
on.
Do you know what I
It will.
mean?
It has. It will.
It will. It's yeah.
Yeah.
It's museum stuff, man. That's
Telling you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
So shout out to him, his family,
He's
his
got a doc on
friends.
Netflix as well, which I hear is really interesting. So if you ain't seen that, check that
Okay.
out.
Oh
I
yeah,
haven't
yeah,
watched
yeah, yeah.
it. I
That
haven't
was
watched
good.
that
That
one.
was good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't
And there's a
watched that one.
thriller one as well. I don't know if you've seen the thriller one. The
No.
making of the thriller. I think it's on Prime Video. That's
Okay.
that's good as well. The making of Michael Jackson's thriller.
And quickly, I just wanted to touch up on Pause. Uh,
In the context he was using it, I was gonna let that slide because
yeah,
I
yeah, I
saw
know,
you
but
guys.
what I knew was coming next, it was like, that was a bit wild. But anyway, 50 Cent and Omari Hardwick.
Yeah.
The beef
Um.
has been reignited, I believe, a
Yeah.
little bit.
Mm-hmm.
50 Cent has gone out there and said he feels like Omari Hardwick is being a bit too big for his britches, I believe they said.
Okay.
Um, yeah, what do we think about that story?
You know
Because
what?
I guess the beef is that Amari Hardwick feels he was hard done by.
Pay
Um,
wise, he wasn't paid what he felt he.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 He feels like they just wrote off his character.
Yeah.
He meant a lot to the franchise. I guess he feels also that if it weren't for him, it wouldn't be what it is.
All right,
And
brother Zush. If I'm lying, stop me when I'm lying. Okay.
all right, cool, 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 cool.
For me, Omari Hardwick is to 50 Cent series power what Robert Downey Jr. is to the MCU. Yeah? If Iron Man did not work in 2008, we may not have got the MCU. If power doesn't work, you don't have this power universe. 50 Cent has spun off, he's pimped out power. He's given us the Book of Canaan, Force, Power Book 2. Like, off this man, like, no disrespect to Tommy, because Tommy's one of my favorite characters in the show, but like, people was there for Ghost, man. Like, it was like Patrick's James St. Patrick. Like, he was debonair by day, and man was like a hood Batman at night. Do you know what I'm
No, no,
saying?
wait. I'm not stopping you for lying. I'm not stopping you for lying.
So like,
Just a quick pause. Just a quick,
okay,
you hear me? And not
yeah,
that pause. Just
yeah,
hold up.
okay,
You hear me?
okay, all
Just
right.
just little bit here before we move on. Now, are you saying that it was solely Ghost or the story as a whole, but Ghost was obviously a main element and character that brought that to life? But was we drawn to power because we enjoy? And I'm talking. Let's be real. The first couple of seasons,
Yeah,
like it was strong. It was a
yeah,
good
yeah,
show. Like
yeah.
it did get a bit higgy towards the latter part, but
You know,
let's not play like the first three seasons wasn't good
oh,
TV.
top
It
tier,
was good
top tier,
TV.
top tier.
So was Ghost the draw? Was the storyline the draw?
I
Or
think well, I mean, Ghost is part of the storyline,
yes,
and your
and
your
he
your
is
storyline,
yes,
your character's only good as the storyline. But again, you need the right actor to portray this character that you've written
yes,
on a piece
yes,
of
yes,
paper.
yes. I
I
mean, I
just
do
think,
get your Robert Downey Jr.
yeah, see what
um
I'm saying? Like, he's the star player of
comparison.
this show. Do you know what I mean? And everyone else is a moving part, and Power had a
It's
lot of moving
hard. It's
parts.
hard because Robert Downey Jr. is Robert Downey Jr.
True.
Um, but in saying that, does is Ghost still owed something because of that? Like, cool, you done what you done, like job done, sort of thing. No,
Yeah, yeah. I see what
is
you're
that
saying.
because are we only saying that because MCU have now reached back in and tried to and
Nah, nah, nah.
because
I think basically he because of his character, people couldn't get enough of his character. And when, spoiler alert, because it's been out for years now, when he died, there was a ripple effect, man. Like,
yeah, yeah,
there was a ripple effect. Like, that was the guy. He
it
might
was
have
a
been
moment.
conflicting at times, but
It was a
everyone
moment.
rooted for him to
Yes, yes,
you know what I mean?
agreed.
I just think maybe damn, bro. I can see both sides of the story. It's just that why I see a bit more of Omari's side, it's just that Power, the successor Power, which he was front and center of,
Yeah,
has
yeah.
now allowed 50 to go to Stars and say, I've got 3 new spin-offs to talk about, and I got a BMF stuff to talk about. Which BMF is kind of like obviously it's based on a true story,
But
but still,
it's part of that world,
it
part of
could
that
easily be a Power
yeah,
2.0,
yeah.
and you wouldn't blink an eye. Do you know what I'm
You
saying?
know, obviously, I know you knew of him beforehand, but was there anything stand out about Omari Hardwick
Nah.
to
And that's where you then side with 50 Cent's point of view, because it's like this gave you the platform to become.
now
Do you see what I'm
even
saying?
yeah,
So
All
it's
right,
like
man.
he could command bigger checks because of what he was doing in power. But in
Yeah.
order to command bigger checks, you needed that power platform. So it's like, depends what day you wake up. You're like, yeah, I'm rooting for, yeah, yeah. No, I agree with what you're saying. Now you're chatting. No, you're chatting. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Mary J. Blige, the crazy thing is Mary J. Blige has been quoted to be getting paid more for her character than what Omari was getting paid for playing James, aka Ghost. That is crazy. That's
Yes,
crazy.
yes. Again, there is an argument to where now, but this is where we're at with it. So
And
we
she's a
can move
well-known
on.
singer, and
We get bigger. Yeah. All
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
All right, man. Let's get into the what we're here for, man. Let's get into what we're here for. Um, we're here for a review.
Review
I
time.
feel like it's quite early for this type of review, but there we go.
Here we go. Yeah.
So this is the
They made us do it, Zush. They made us do it, bro. They made
it's
us
the
do it.
first Christmas movie review
Yeah.
of the year.
Yep.
Um, even though we're only in November, early November. Is
Yeah.
it too early?
Trees are up, though. Trees are up.
I haven't
Trees are
seen
up,
not one tree, bro. It was
bro.
just Halloween. What are we talking about, bro? There ain't no
O2,
trees up.
O2
Where's the
Arena's
trees?
trees up already.
Where, bro? You ain't seen no
O2.
trees.
Yeah.
Where
O2.
is it?
O2's trees up, man.
But
Yep.
it was just Halloween, bro. Like literally just Halloween.
Hey, Mariah
Like
Carey's
yesterday.
outside. I mean,
That's crazy. All right. Well, people, we're here for Red One.
one.
This one is stars The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne The
Um,
Rock.
it's got J.K. Simmons.
Yep.
It stars Chris Evans.
Captain America.
It stars Lucy Liu.
So we'll see,
Basically, what
guys.
I'm trying to say is this is quite star-studded.
Yeah. Well, to let them know what was happening, when a villain kidnaps Santa Claus from the North Pole, an ELF, extremely large and formidable operative, that's a lie, it stood for something else, joins forces with the world's most accomplished tracker to find him and save Christmas.
Well, let's start with what we thought of the characters. Let's start with the cast. So
Okay, all right, cool. I like
we
that.
got
I like
Dwayne The Rock Johnson,
that.
obviously a big star.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, he plays Santa's bodyguard.
Yes.
Yeah, he's head of security.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah.
top notch. I
Hobbs.
run things. We're talking top
Yeah.
CIA man.
Hey,
All of that. You hear me?
smelling food and stuff. Like, yeah,
All of that.
he's
All of that.
A1.
He plays a character called Callum, I
Mm-hmm.
believe. Um, the Rock's the Rock. Let's just start there. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna pretend like we don't know. The Rock is the Rock,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much all the time. He gets away with it because he's the Rock.
Charisma.
Sometimes he gets away with it because the Rock works here. Like it works
Yeah.
in this film.
It's what's required.
Did the Rock work in this film for you? How was the Rock's character for you?
I think this is the first time I've seen The Rock since the end of Fast 10. I liked his character in this movie. I did like it. It works for me. It works for me that it's The Rock toned down a little bit, but it's still The Rock. But I liked him in this role. This was the ideal role for his character. This is Hobbs in the North Pole. This
Well,
worked
yeah,
for me.
yeah,
Got his
yeah. I'll
character.
give you that. It was a good cast.
Yeah,
But again, it's just The Rock. So it's
it's just
whether
The
it
Rock.
works
Yeah,
here or it don't work. So here. So it
yeah,
just so happened that The Rock's playing a bodyguard. Okay, that works. You
yeah,
hear me? So cool. So he plays the bodyguard of Red,
yep,
who is Santa,
mm-hmm,
played by man like J.K. Simmons,
yep,
one of my faves.
mm-hmm.
Um, I do like his character in this. I actually like the chemistry between The Rock and J.K. Simmons'
Agreed,
character.
agreed.
I thought they had like a good on-camera little chemistry going on, the little
Mm-hmm.
dialogue they had.
Yep.
But he's not in this film much.
That would be one of my negatives, but carry on. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he's not really in this film too much. In the beginning, as they lay up this film, he's in it. Obviously, he's Santa, but he gets kidnapped. And once
Yeah.
he's kidnapped, you see him once or twice throughout the film, and then we'll get to the ending a bit later on. But you don't really see much of J.K. Simmons. So yeah, I
Mm.
would say that was a bit one of my gripes because I
Yeah.
do like J.K. Simmons.
Agreed.
I did like his character on this. He played a cool Santa. It was
Uh-huh.
cool.
Yep.
We had Chris Evans. Always
Yep.
good to see Chris Evans on screen. He plays, what was his name? Jake O'Malley.
Oh,
Jake O'Malley.
Jake O'Malley. Yeah, I liked the introduction of him when they went back. So they we
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
introduced
yeah,
him
yeah, yeah,
a
yeah,
certain way. I did like that because that was funny. The way he
yeah.
was just like pimping out his cousins and rushing deals and stuff. Yeah, that was funny. Like,
Yeah.
and he was a bit of a Scrooge, let's just say.
He was,
You
he
know,
was, he
yeah,
was a bit of So he played like some sort of cyber bounty hunter or something.
yeah. He was an elite hacker, man.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And he
Smooth,
can
smooth,
he can
smooth
find
as
anyone.
that.
He can find anyone.
Anyone.
And yeah, without giving up too much, he's essentially the reason why things go tits up
Yeah, yeah.
in the North Pole. So we also got Lucy Liu. We
Ah,
got Lucy Liu. One of your faves there. One of your faves. Yeah.
it's a PG show. Let's
Another
go.
one that gives the saucy eye.
Oh,
Another one.
brother, twice on a Sunday. Oh,
Okay.
Brother, Lucy Lou's been fired since I don't remember how long ago, bro.
She has aged very well. Lucy
Oh
Liu has
my
aged very
God,
well.
yeah,
She
she's
has
in that
aged.
Halle Berry club. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, okay, wait, hold on.
Baby, you'll
We're
see.
just gonna, it's gonna keep doing that, Drizzy. We're just not gonna keep throwing out shit like that, bro.
What's
I
that, sir?
don't, I don't know. I don't know about that.
What?
In the Halle Berry Club.
She's in, yeah, of those that are aging gracefully.
Oh, oh, okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah,
cool,
yeah,
cool,
yeah,
cool,
yeah. I
cool.
wasn't comparing the two. I'm just saying, like, there's a
Yeah,
group
yeah,
of
all
them.
right, yeah.
Angela
Aging
Bassett,
well,
you know,
aging well.
like
Cool,
in
cool,
that,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah, no problem,
yeah.
no
In the
problem.
wholesome food section in the supermarket, you'd
Yep,
find
yep,
them. Do you
yep,
know what I mean?
yep, yep. Lucy Liu's role. She played head of. Um, they were like an organization that captured like.
the the mythical things. It's almost like things you read, urban legends. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
those.
They were
Yeah,
like the FBI agents for them.
yeah,
Like, yeah,
like a Men in Black type of thing, but
kind of
on
vibes.
Earth. Yeah, yeah,
Kind of vibes. Going into this, I wasn't excited for this. I don't know if it was too early. Like I
hmm
said, we're
yeah.
at the top end of November. I feel that is a little bit of a red flag putting out such a big
See what you did
a
there.
big movie like this with the cost, with the budget. I do feel like okay, they got this one out early, but maybe it's strategic. You know, like when they know it's gonna be a hit. You know, we could afford to throw this out. We know what time it is. Let's get this one out. Cool. But I wasn't too excited for this one, if I'm honest about it.
Fair.
So I did enjoy the introduction to the film. Like you
hmm
said, I thought that was cool. But essentially, as the film started to develop and move on, I did find myself, I wasn't really impressed by all the characters. Now, it had, like we said, it had a big cast. They done a decent little job, but I wasn't sold by any of the characters. Like, no one really done it for me. Chris Evans, he played more of the comic relief.
Yeah.
Um, I did find the comedy a bit cheesy at times. It was very cheesy. Now, I'm saying this knowing it's a Christmas film.
Mm.
Like, I don't mind cheesy Christmas films. I'm not here to be a Grinch. I'm not here to be Mr. Scrooge. You hear me?
Yeah.
But the jokes have got to be a bit more
You need them punchy.
sometimes.
Yeah.
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 I think what was confusing with me with the comedy is it was hard to tell who this was aimed at. It was very hard to tell for me whether this was
Mm.
a kids movie
hmm
or if it was for both.
Yeah.
And I felt at times it was a bit too serious for necessarily to be a real kids film, but then it was also a bit too childish to be an adult film.
Right. I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
In theory, you want it to be the Pixar effect, right? Where it's like
If this is what
it's
we're doing, if we're gonna have those kind of serious kind of elements and undertones and kind of tap into a different part of Christmas that we don't normally talk about,
yeah,
then yeah, they gotta find
yeah.
like a happy medium of doing that.
I think for what it tried to do, I think it ticked a few of the boxes. I agree with you that there are times where you're kind of like, it's just stuff, feels like it's stuff just thrown in a blender and then just blended together. And then what he wanted to do, it ticks those things off. Like, it's a different take on Christmas. Check. It's a fun little ride. Like the whole, when it's pacey and things are happening, check. The world building, I can agree, or sorry, I can compliment it on. I felt like the world building of where we were was
Yeah,
very well done within the
yeah,
time
I can
frame that
agree
we
with that.
had. You know
I
what I'm
did
saying?
like that.
Like,
I did like that.
you could easily use some of that in like a comic book movie or an assassin movie or whatever. And you're like, right, okay, cool. I understand where we are and how certain things operate and how it's run.
And that's another thing. I didn't really enjoy the Rock's character or Chris Evans' character together.
Okay.
I didn't think that chemistry was too well. I didn't feel
Wow.
like I didn't
Yeah.
really feel the gel there.
Yeah.
Um, and they had a lot of screen time
Hmm.
together. So there was a lot of times where it just felt a bit empty for me. It
Okay.
just felt a little bit empty. I
Yeah.
did enjoy some of the scenes. I did think the way they sized up and down was quite cool. I like the way they did that with the cars,
Yeah.
even though they fully lashed that from Ant-Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
beef
For
to be
work.
had there,
Yeah.
but I did enjoy that in the film. I did think there was a good balance between comedy, adventure, and action.
Hmm.
However, I didn't feel like I got enough from the action. Now, whether there wasn't enough action or the action that was there wasn't enough in it,
Yeah.
it wasn't getting me. It was still there was enough there still for me to drift off. There wasn't enough there grabbing me like, oh, let me sit up and sort of thing. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
don't know if it was the case of there not being enough action in the film as a totality, or the action that was there just wasn't enough of it. However, I will say it was a good balance across the three. It
Yeah.
was a well-rounded film in terms of you got a dose of that, you got a dose of this, and you got a dose of that.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. You just reminded me. I think in this movie, The Rock is a hater for like 2 minutes because Chris Evans' character wanted to try something, and when he mentioned it, I was like, "Yeah, I want to see if that works as well." And then The Rock's character's like, "Nah, it doesn't work like that." I'm like, "God damn it, you son of a I want to see if it works, you know. The grander scheme of things are like there's a certain narrative about Christmas, the current world. I do feel like it's holding up a mirror to like what's going on currently.
I was
Like,
gonna say that there is
yeah,
an undertone message to it,
there is, there is.
especially with the Rock's character
Yes,
and
yes.
just the whole spirit of things.
Yeah, why does he want to retire? When Saint Nick asks him that and he gives his reason why, you're like, I fully understand, man. And this is
Yeah,
like someone in real right now is probably thinking about this right now, just like I
yeah.
want to just quit because yeah. And he had a valid point because I was like, damn, you're right. You know, I understand.
And then how they showed him getting that back was kind of cool.
I like
And I
that as
think that's
well.
where the
Yeah,
message was. It was like,
yeah,
okay, you gotta see that to
yeah,
get that
yeah.
and feel all right. So I
Yes.
kind of saw that. So I was like, all right, cool. Message tick. You done that one. And it doesn't rank high on my Christmas films list.
Okay.
I don't even this yeah, I wouldn't know where to rank this, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say off the top of the dome that it wouldn't even it's definitely not getting top 25.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. All right.
Top 25 Christmas movies.
Ooh, yeah, I know. I'm just thinking like
Come
25
on,
movies,
bro.
and it's not okay. All right,
There's
fair
a
enough.
lot of Christmas movies,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, 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 yeah. And
There's a lot.
shows. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
hate when you do that because now I'm thinking, what? So this is in your top 25, yeah. don't don't be giving me that.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, is
Because
that
you
what
see
you're doing?
me,
Yeah.
I'm easily pleased, bro. If there's a little snow in the film or show, for me, that's a Christmas.
So,
That's a Christmas
exactly. So this
thing.
can't make your top
Yeah,
25, bro.
yeah.
Man, seen
Okay.
straight to DVD films that are Christmas films that are better than this. This one, don't do that, man.
Ooh, okay. No, I'm just like, raw. This guy's really, he's standing 10 toes
Don't do
down. All
that, bro.
right,
Don't
all
do
right.
that, man. This ain't a. You know we count like Die Hards and them film there as
Yeah, yeah,
Christmas
yeah. I
films.
understand. Oh, absolutely. Die Hard is a Christmas
So
film.
how does this make our top 25, bro?
Yeah, but I don't know. Is it? It'd be interesting to see how many. Yeah,
Like,
Trading Places
bro,
is a Christmas film.
there's a lot of Christmas films, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you're right.
A
You're
lot of
right.
Christmas films. What we
But
do?
you're
They just
right.
don't make top 25, man.
So what's
Don't
the
let me start
TVs
arguing.
then? What's the TV rating? What we giving it? What you giving it?
Um, you know what? I'm gonna shoot this some bell. It's just an average film for me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give this 5 TVs out of 10, man. Right down the middle. Right down
Yeah.
the middle. 5 TVs out of 10. Like
All
it's
right.
cool. It's a
Yeah.
cool film.
Yeah.
It's cool. Look, I'm gonna give it 5 TVs,
Mm-hmm.
and I watch it. Like it just scraped to watch it. Like
Jeez.
it's
Okay.
not watch it. Like, and it's
Yeah.
not rubbish. I feel kind
Yeah.
of bad, but it don't deserve a 6, bro. It don't deserve a 6. And you told me off the last time I gave a half TV, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to give it a 5, bro. I'm gonna have to give it a
All
5.
right.
It was cool though, straight down the middle. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So we're saying 5 is like average, as in good. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. 5 could be bad, but it's on the higher end. It's like a 5 plus.
Right. So it's
Like a
nearer to
5
6
plus.
than it is a 5 or 4. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
100%.
I think I had a good time. There was some funny jokes in there. Um,
Did this film look like it cost 250 plus?
I mean, The Rock's at least 150. You know what I mean? Santa Claus is another 50. No, Santa Claus is probably like 10. Chris Evans probably like 25, and then everything else is production and marketing and
Yeah, yeah.
um.
That's where I
You
thought the
know,
money
you
went
know
to.
what? Yeah, I'm gonna give it a +1. I'm gonna give it a 6. The
Okay.
reason why I'm gonna give it a 6 is because I saw what they tried to do, and even though they didn't get to fully complete it, I just feel like they ticked enough boxes for me to say
To pull it off.
I had a good time, and
Okay.
it's a light watch it. Like you ain't
Yeah.
got
Go
nothing going
easy.
on.
Go easy.
Yeah,
Don't just jump in it and be like, oh, I gotta see it. This no, you
yeah, yeah,
don't.
no, no, no,
Go
no, no.
easy.
Yeah,
Go easy on it. Go easy.
yeah, agree.
Yeah, man. I think that was a fair review.
You know,
Before we leave, as usual, do you have any recommendations for the people to check out?
ooh, you know what? I'm gonna say check out Black Twitter, A People's History. It's on Disney Plus. It's free
That's a doc,
episodes.
innit?
Huh?
That's the doc, innit?
Yeah, it's a free ep doc about how we, the people, bless the world with Black Twitter. How we took over a social media platform and now it is the end all and be all of everything. There.
Four Kings on Amazon
Okay?
with Chris Eubank, Frank Bruno, Lennox Lewis, and Nigel Benn.
Ooh, okay.
It's like a 4-part little doc
Heavy
just
hitters.
on their whole
Gee.
rivalry and that whole era of boxing.
Yeah.
That was a good watch. Yeah,
Nice.
Four
I'm gonna
Kings
check that out. I'm gonna
on
check that out.
Amazon Prime. That's about it,
Yeah.
man. That's about
Yeah.
it for today. People, as usual, thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed this as much as we enjoy doing this, because
For
this is
sure.
what we do. We like doing this. We watch films, we come back, and we chat about them. Yeah? So get involved with the community. If you've seen Red One, let us know what you thought about it in the comments.
For
If
sure.
you agreed with what we said, or if you didn't agree. If you're going to go check it out, let us know that as well. As usual, subscribe and do all that goodness.
Yeah.
It's Watch It or Not,
TV.
the best movie and TV review show across the lands. Yeah? You compare it.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Jeez, was he getting them the rock brow? Come on.
All right.
All right, brother.